Some people don't leave loudly. They disappear quietly. No explanation, no goodbye. And somehow, that kind of silence hurts the most. Because when someone says goodbye, the story ends. But when they disappear without explanation, your mind keeps searching forever. Welcome to Silent Veil. Psychology says one of the most painful emotional experiences is being abandoned without closure. Not because the person left, but because they left questions behind. What changed? Did I do something wrong? Were they pretending the whole time? And when those questions stay unanswered, the brain struggles to let go. Because humans naturally seek emotional closure. But silence creates uncertainty, and uncertainty becomes obsession. That's why people replay conversations at night, why they reread old messages, why they search for hidden meanings inside tiny details. Because emotionally, the brain cannot accept unfinished endings easily. Psychologists explain that uncertainty creates stronger emotional attachment, not weaker. Because unfinished emotions stay active inside the mind. That's why some people move on faster after rejection than after silence. At least rejection gives clarity. Silence gives imagination. And imagination can become emotional torture. Some people disappear because they fear confrontation. They don't know how to communicate honestly. So instead of speaking, they avoid. They disappear quietly. Because avoidance feels easier than difficult conversations. But emotional avoidance creates invisible damage. Because while one person escapes discomfort, the other person stays trapped inside confusion. That's why ghosting creates obsession. Not always because the connection was deep, but because the ending was incomplete. The human mind struggles to close doors that were never fully closed. And maybe that's why people become addicted to checking messages, watching stories, looking for signs, because emotionally, they're still searching for closure. But the dangerous part is, people usually blame themselves first. They wonder if they were not enough, and slowly, someone else's silence becomes self-doubt. But healing begins the moment you stop chasing explanations from people who chose silence over honesty. Because peace comes from acceptance, not obsession, not waiting. And maybe that's the painful truth about ghosting. It's not just losing someone, it's losing the version of reality you thought was real. And if this story stayed with you tonight, subscribe to Silent Veil, because some stories are too deep to stay silent.